All right, so today we're diving into OpenAI's latest release,
Oh, one.
o one. And we've got a whole stack of articles here.
Okay.
And they all seem to agree that this isn't just another update like we saw with ChatGPT and GPT-4. This is a whole new series
Right.
focused on what OpenAI is calling advanced reasoning.
Yes.
So are we on the cusp of an AI revolution, or is this more of an expensive evolution?
Oh, that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, let's unpack this a little bit. What's got you excited about this?
I think what's fascinating to me is OpenAI's decision to call this a brand new series. They're not just iterating here, they're making a statement about a potential paradigm shift in AI capabilities.
Okay.
And that's what's really got me intrigued.
I'm intrigued, but when they say advanced reasoning, what does that actually mean? Give me an analogy I can relate to.
Okay. So imagine planning a trip.
Okay.
Previous AI models were like choosing a destination. You say Rome. It gives you facts about the Colosseum.
Right.
O1 is like planning the entire itinerary, finding flights that fit your budget, scoping out the best restaurants, and even suggesting what to pack. It's thinking several steps ahead, adapting to new information, just like we do when we navigate complex tasks.
So it's not just spitting out information, it's actually strategizing and problem solving.
Exactly, and get this. One article mentioned O1 scored a whopping 83% on the International Math Olympiad problems.
Wow.
To put that in perspective, that's like acing exams designed for the world's most talented young mathematicians. GPT-4 only managed 13% on those same problems.
Okay, now those Olympiad scores, those are seriously impressive. We're not just talking about solving equations here. This is about understanding complex mathematical concepts and applying logic in a way we haven't seen from AI before. This feels different.
It really does, and they're releasing this technology in two versions, O1 Preview and O1 Mini.
All right, so what's the difference? Is O1 Mini like the budget version of this super smart AI?
You could say that. O1 Preview is the powerhouse,
Yeah.
the one crushing those Olympiad problems.
Right.
O1 Mini, on the other hand, is streamlined for speed and efficiency, especially when it comes to coding.
Okay.
One article even said it's remarkably good at writing code. But here's where it gets interesting for developers or anyone watching their bottom line. O1 Mini is 80% cheaper to use than O1 Preview.
Wow. 80% cheaper. That's a significant price difference. It seems like OpenAI is trying to make this technology more accessible, which could be huge for smaller companies and independent developers who want to leverage this kind of advanced reasoning but might not have the resources for the deluxe version. What are your thoughts on that strategy?
It's a smart move. Strategically speaking, OpenAI recognizes that for this technology to truly make an impact, it needs to be within reach for more than just big corporations and research institutions.
It's like the difference between a high-end sports car and a reliable everyday vehicle.
Right.
They both get you where you need to go but cater to the different needs and budgets.
Mm.
But even with O1 Mini being more affordable, we have to address the elephant in the room. This is still cutting-edge AI, and it can't be cheap to run.
You're right. Cost is a major factor. O1 demands significant processing power, which translates to higher operational costs compared to previous models.
So let's talk about those costs.
Yeah.
Is the price tag worth it, even with the potential benefits O1 offers?
That's the question everyone's asking. It's easy to get caught up in the initial investment, but I think the real question is, what kind of return can you expect? If O1 can solve problems that were previously impossible or accelerate research in ways we haven't even imagined, then the cost might be justified, even essential in certain fields.
It's like investing in a state-of-the-art research lab. The upfront costs are significant, but the potential for breakthroughs and discoveries could be revolutionary. Are there any other trade-offs we should be aware of? We've got cost. What else?
Well, speed is another consideration. All that complex reasoning takes time. O1 is noticeably slower than its predecessors, which can be a drawback for applications where speed is paramount.
Hold on, slower AI is a good thing.
Uh,
Didn't we talk about hallucinations earlier?
yes, that's a crucial point. O1's slower processing is a deliberate trade-off. It's like the difference between a chef hastily microwaving a meal and a chef carefully crafting a gourmet dish. Both can satisfy hunger, but the latter offers a higher level of quality and nuance. O1 is that gourmet chef, taking its time to meticulously analyze and process information.
So slower processing means fewer AI hallucinations, those moments when the AI confidently presents something completely inaccurate as fact. That makes sense. But are there any other potential downsides we should be aware of?
Well, one area that's always a concern with powerful AI is safety and security.
Okay, let's talk about that. What are the concerns around O1 in terms of safety, and how is OpenAI addressing them?
One of the challenges with advanced AI is ensuring it's used responsibly and ethically. OpenAI has emphasized that safety is a top priority, and they've incorporated new safety measures into O1's design.
So what specific steps have they taken to make sure this powerful AI doesn't go rogue?
They've been working closely with governments and regulatory bodies during the development of O1 to proactively address potential risks.
That's reassuring to hear. But even with these precautions in place, I have to admit this whole conversation about advanced AI is making me think about the bigger picture. Where does O1 fit into the grand scheme of AI development? Are we talking about a stepping stone to something even more significant?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? We're talking about the potential for artificial general intelligence, or AGI.
AGI. That's the concept of AI that possesses human-like cognitive abilities, right? The kind of AI we often see in science fiction movies.
Exactly. And while we're not quite there yet, O1's ability to reason and learn in a more generalized way represents a significant step towards that possibility.
So we're not talking about robot overlords just yet, but O1 is hinting at a future where AI could potentially possess intelligence comparable to our own. That's a lot to process. But let's bring it back down to earth for a moment. What are the practical implications of O1's advanced reasoning capabilities? Where could this technology make a real-world difference?
One area that has me incredibly excited is the potential impact on scientific discovery.
Oh, how so?
Imagine O1 working alongside researchers, not just crunching numbers, but actively contributing to the scientific process, formulating hypotheses, designing experiments, even analyzing data in ways that might not occur to human scientists.
So we're talking about AI scientists making groundbreaking discoveries.
It's a real possibility. One of the articles I read mentioned an evaluation by Apollo Research where O1 came up with novel solutions to problems, demonstrating a level of creative problem solving that goes beyond simply following instructions.
Wow, that's remarkable. It's not just answering our questions, it's starting to ask its own and come up with solutions we might not have considered. That's a game changer.
It really is. And that's where the true power of O1 and potentially AGI lies. It's not just about automating tasks, it's about augmenting human intelligence, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible.
This is all incredibly exciting, but it also feels like we're standing on the edge of something massive, and we only have glimpses of what might be on the other side. If this is what O1 is capable of now, what does the future hold?
That's the question that keeps me up at night, in the best way possible. What will AI look like in 5 years? 10 years? It's an exciting time to be paying attention to this field.
Absolutely. It feels like we're entering a new era of technological advancement, one where the line between science fiction and reality is becoming increasingly blurred.
And the pace of innovation is only accelerating. What's fascinating is that we're not just passively observing these changes, we have the opportunity to engage with them, to shape the development and application of this technology.
You're right. This isn't just about observing from the sidelines. It's about understanding the potential of AI and figuring out how we can leverage it to solve real-world problems, push creative boundaries, and maybe even answer some of humanity's biggest questions. But that's a conversation for another deep dive. For now, I think we've covered a lot of ground. What are your final thoughts on O1 and what it means for the future?
My takeaway is that OpenAI's O1 isn't just another incremental step in AI.
Right.
It signifies a huge leap forward in what AI can achieve. It forces us to rethink what we thought was possible.
It's a good reminder that the future of AI isn't some distant concept. It's unfolding right now, and it's up to us to understand how we can navigate this new landscape. For our listener today, what's the one key takeaway you want them to walk away with?
OpenAI's O1 is a signal for all of us, regardless of what field we're in, to start paying attention to the rapidly evolving world of AI.
Yeah.
It's time to get curious about the potential of this technology and think about how it might impact our work, our lives, and our world in the years to come.
Because this isn't just about tech companies or AI researchers.
Right.
This is going to touch every industry, every aspect of our lives in ways we can't even fully grasp yet. It's like the early days of the internet. We knew it was transformative, but we could only glimpse the possibilities.
Right.
And just like with the internet, those who embrace this technology, who understand its potential and its limitations, will be the ones shaping the future.
Absolutely.
It's not about becoming AI experts overnight, but developing a basic understanding of what this technology means for us and our world. So for our listener out there who's maybe feeling a little overwhelmed by all this talk of advanced reasoning and AI revolutions, what's one tangible thing they can do today to start wrapping their head around this rapidly evolving landscape?
That's a great question. I'd say find an article about O1 or a topic that piques your interest and dive in.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get bogged down in the technical jargon. Focus on understanding the key concepts and potential applications. And most importantly, start asking questions.
Okay.
How could this technology impact your field? What problems could it solve? What new opportunities might it create?
It's about approaching this new frontier with a sense of curiosity, a willingness to learn, and maybe even a little bit of healthy skepticism.
I think that's a good point.
Because while AI has the potential to do amazing things, it's crucial to remember that it's a tool. And like any tool, its impact ultimately depends on how we choose to use it.
Well said.
And with that thought-provoking note, I think we've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of OpenAI's O1. It's been a fascinating journey, exploring the potential of advanced reasoning and what it means for the future.
It certainly has.
To our listener, we hope this deep dive has equipped you with the knowledge and, more importantly, the curiosity to continue exploring the ever-evolving world of artificial intelligence. Until next time, keep asking questions and stay curious.